So, what do you do about the little-hearted man? What do you do about the perverted little soldier, perverted little doctor, the perverted little accountant, the perverted little priest that hides away in his corner and secretly masturbates to the loss of others while holding himself forth as an honorable citizen, a paragon of public virtue, and a man of influence and taste. Nevertheless, inside his skin lives basically a can of worms. Doesn't matter how many degrees he has, whether he's a lawyer and an accountant and a computer software programmer. Doesn't matter how much I know about counting beans or bugger fucking with man-made statute. If I don't know myself, if I don't have an innate hunger for the truth, for trueness, I'm living my life basically as the proverbial basket case. I leap from one mental image picture to another, like a monkey playing with baby tigers on a good day. On a bad day, I can be seen carrying on as the homicidal, polymorphous, perverse individual that Sigmund Freud suggests that I am by age 3. Well, when I'm 33 and functioning at the level of polymorphous perversity, there's a lack in me. Can we see this? I mean, this lack hurts. This lack is the source of depression, anxiety, and an extraordinary number of psychosomatic challenges. Why is it good to ignore myself? Well, you see, the problem with not ignoring myself is I gotta confront the truth. And at least initially, oftentimes the truth is painful for us, and so we prefer to hide from it. And so we put our plastic rain caps over our heads so that we don't disturb our permanent and have a shower, leaving our head unclean. And as oftentimes occurs when the head is unclean, so is the heart of the being. And uncleanness is the source of all kinds of disease. Does it stand to reason that if uncleanness is sick, causing in three-dimensional reality, like if I and my neighbors shit in the same river, the same pool of water, and drink from it. We could have challenges. And if it's high concentrations of my neighbors anyway. And so there's an expression somewhere that says, as on earth as it is in heaven. So would it therefore follow that the same laws would apply? We get back to laws again. Now, the laws of metaphysics are unwise to contravene. All they are simply the flow of the direction that life is going. And as a human being, I have no prerogative to alter that. It's not my position or place. My position and place is to devote myself as best I can to seeing the truth, seeing what's real in my universe, and working with that. Saying that would not be perversion, would it? Seeking the truth, seeking the real, seeking the substantive, seeking that which yields not just to me, not just to my country club fellows, but to God first, my fellows second, and me third. And I bring to this Trinity the iron resolve of winning postulate, winning formula. So when I come to a proposition, I come to the proposition from all players win or I don't play. And sometimes there's a lot of resistance to this, so you gotta play by yourself to start. But generally, the true attracts its own audience. Generally, a being living in fidelity to what is honorable and what is true, with or without an audience. See, it doesn't matter what other people see that I do. What matters is that I see what I do. And as long as even if I don't see what I do, God does. But if I can see what I do and God sees what I do at the same time, generally I'm operating at my very, very best, putting forth my very best efforts. And when I'm in the process of doing that, no matter what my efforts are about, or who they're directed to or for, it doesn't matter whether I'm sweeping the floor or running the company or making coffee. If I sweep that floor, I make that coffee, I run that company the absolute very best I can with every moment that's presented to me. Guilt cannot know me. My spiritual altitude soars. It's the wings. Truth and honor are the wings of spirit. So if I'm lying to my wife, my government, my children, my boss, my employees, my friends, about anything, any goddamn thing at all, makes me smaller in my own self and in reality as well. I diminish myself by virtue of the proposition of lie. I surrender my dignity to the process of lying. I've either done something that wasn't at my best, like I was not operating at 100%, and I did something that I'm ashamed of. I made a mistake I shouldn't have made. And so I cheat the office of truth by fabricating illusion for my fellows and myself. Now, how am I going to benefit from my mistakes if I'm pretending to not notice them? How am I going to get altitude? How am I going to get any juice if I'm doing my best to ignore the directives of life? Fear is a debilitating and short-changing attribute of human consciousness. Now, I piss off a python, a black mamba, an alligator, or a grizzly bear. I want to get out. I want to go as far away from that aggravation as I can get quickly. But the aggravating thoughts of others are not the same as a grizzly bear, though, are they? The irritating positions that my fellows are quite capable of taking, and the littlenesses, the secret little invalidations we sneak around and cause loss for each other in every way imaginable, seeking to invalidate like our life depends on it. The need to make others smaller never gains me a single fraction of an inch myself. So I can make the entire universe wrong and still be a card-carrying asshole. Even to me, even to myself, I can see this. Doesn't matter who I am. If I'm a jerk at heart, I know it. And this makes me ill, as well as those around me. It will disturb those around me. It disturbs people, but it makes me diseased. It narrows my mind, my heart, my spirit, and my physical reality to the point where I live life like a butterfly pegged to black velvet, thinking nobody sees or notices my insides. Meanwhile, I'm perfectly displayed. All my warts, all my idiocy, all my invalidated, jealous, narrow-hearted presuppositions that I bring with me to my marriage bed and my children and my parents is causing us untold, unimagined resources, physical and spiritual equity, and fun. The thing that life's supposed to be. It's supposed to have a lot of in it. So, smallness and love wouldn't be holding hands, would they? Not even going steady or anything, really. The smallness and what holds hands with smallness? Crime. Punishment. What else holds hands with smallness? perversion would hold hands with smallness, no? Seeking loss. Now, whenever, like, as sick and as twisted and as bundle-funded as it's possible for the psyche of man to get, there's also the possibility of its opposite. Think on that. What is the opposite of stupidity? Love is the opposite of stupidity? You gotta be kidding. I mean, memorizing the times table backwards isn't going to increase my wit. How about if I memorize the whole encyclopedia? It's not going to exacerbate depth perception inside myself, is it? I gotta do some other kind of reading as well as that kind of reading to make my life work. Son of a bitch. I mean, I can't even think with any productivity, really, without love. And love and smallness aren't even related. What does this mean? Is this supposed to mean something?